I'm a young guy. I'm naive, I make plenty of mistakes, but from my point of view, it seems that there is a great divide being created between men and women. I see on TikTok that feminism doesn't set out to create equality, but instead tries to put women on top. On the flip side, I see so much red and black pill content all over YouTube talking about how women are evil and selfish, making it impossible for a man to get into the dating scene. Now, all of this makes no sense to me, because if you look at any animal in the animal kingdom that involves males and females, they are never fighting between each other. They're doing quite the opposite. They are trying to work together to mate to keep the species alive. If one of these species started dividing each other into separate male-only and female-only communities and disregarded each other, that species population would plummet and eventually make them extinct. So why exactly are we creating a divide between the genders, and how might we be able to fix it? Let's start with feminism. Now, of course, I'm a guy, so there might be some inaccuracies, but from my point of view, feminism was created in the 20th century to bring equality and rights to women. Now, I think that they were very successful and ended up gaining the right to vote, to divorce, to marry, and plenty more, okay? Pretty much, they were equal to men. But recently, it has taken a turn for the worst. Women are being told to never settle for less, to divorce when situations get tough, and only demand from their man because if he is good enough for you, then he will give you everything that you want. Again, this is just my perspective of the topic as a guy, but to me, it definitely does sound pretty toxic, and it definitely does contribute to the divide. Another big issue is social media. More and more people are using social media every day to, chat with friends, organize plans, watch reels, but it seems that guys are now trying to get into relationships through social media. So many women that I've seen, and even some of my friends, have dozens of guys sending them messages every day, which seems to create an ego for the woman that they are more desirable than they really are. Again, just my opinion. This ego makes them only choose men who are very attractive and, dare I say, above their league in most cases. Now, once that woman gets rejected or treated poorly by that guy that she chose, she then blames men for her problems, and the cycle continues. Finally, a lot of companies are now trying to hire women to bring equality and diversity into the workplace to make it a better environment for everyone who works there, but some companies have taken this a little too far, trying to hire far more women than men and even bragging about it online. Like this one company that is showing off about having 70% female work staff. I've even seen some tech conventions where it's women only, meaning women get the opportunity to meet and connect with some tech company recruiters, increasing their odds of landing a job. To me, this is clearly sexist. And some guys also found it sexist, so they decided to identify as non-binary to attend the convention, which I thought was pretty funny. Just take a look at this.
Career conference for females in tech was taken over by male attendees.
They were there just purely for the career fair.
Social media clips filmed at the Grace Hopper, the world's largest gathering of women technologists, show men standing in line to meet with recruiters.
This is a space for women in tech. This is one of those few limited resources that isn't for you, it's for us.
Some of the male attendees reportedly lied about being non-binary just to get in.
But it's interesting that the large majority of the people that actually ended up in the event had name tags with he, him, and have no searchable history of identifying as non-binary.
Several tech workers defended the men for trying to capitalize on job opportunities not meant for them, saying that the entire concept was wrong.
Let's be honest, there is no need for a conference just for women, because if it was the opposite, just for men, then it would be sexist. Just because you are a woman doesn't give you the right to talk to a big firm recruiter. Guys work just as hard and they don't get that chance.
Let's talk about guys now. By far, the biggest problem for men is dating apps. Platforms like Bumble and Tinder are male-dominated, making up 80% of the total users, meaning that there is only 20% of women who use these platforms for men to choose from. This huge divide causes a lot of problems because that 20% of women have the freedom to pick and choose as they please. So their likelihood of finding a match is far greater than a man's. Now, when a man gets rejected too many times, unaware that he is fighting against literal thousands of other guys for the same girl, they unfortunately land themselves on Reddit in a red pill or black pill community, complaining and arguing about their problems with women. Now, this is not healthy and only greatens the divide between the genders. Now again, all of this is simply my opinion, but I think I can speak for the masses when I say that men and women fighting each other to be in first place is just wrong. There is no superior gender. Men are not better than women, and women are not better than men. They each have their own roles that complement each other. Men are better than women at certain tasks and vice versa. That's how we were built to work together. It sounds so stupid to say all of this because it should be common sense, but unfortunately, this world likes to trick people into believing what's wrong rather than what's moral. Well, that's the end of my little rant. I hope you learned something. And if you liked the video, please share it around to help everyone. I want to end this war between man and woman, okay? And hopefully you do too. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have anything that you agree or disagree with, make sure to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a little chat or discussion about it in the comments. Because once again, this is all my personal opinion on the matter. So I can be right, I can be wrong. Yeah. As always, take care.